I'm Wob, and welcome back to CarTalk.
Alright guys, we're back for part 2 of the finale of the East Coast, and we've already seen 2 cars go down, and 1 on the verge of failure, so bit of carnage already, you know? That's what heat does to cars.
The Viper, man, I thought that was going to be the winner, just based on sheer horsepower and performance, and it blew something.
Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet.
All over the windshield.
Yeah, and the S2000.
And the S2000 was having like a boost leak or fuel pressure problems. Like, not good, man. So 2 of the top cars I thought that were going to be contenders. So we have some pretty crazy cars coming up. We got the Supra, which is like insanity. If you guys saw the last episodes, that thing was lighting up the tires through 5 gears all the way down the straight. So that's going to be fun. And then we have the 911, which is currently in first place. So if it does well, it could win.
Yeah, potentially.
It should win. It's probably one of the most expensive cars out there.
We got the Mustang.
We got the Mustang, yeah. It'll be curious to see how the Mustang is. I think that's like a really achievable car on the show. Just like the S2000, where it's like, has a lot of bolt-on mods, not a ton of modification, but it has a decent amount of horsepower. And like, really is kind of what this show is about. You know, taking a car that you can modify in your garage and trying to contend with some of these insane motorsport built cars.
I feel like we're missing one. Oh, the IS, of course. Oh, that's very achievable.
Okay, so now that the S2000's down, the IS is really the car that I'm rooting for. Because that is a very well-built car from virtually a college kid, and he drove that thing all the way down to the track. So I hope it survives. He has to drive it home. Otherwise, somebody's going to be calling AAA or U-Haul.
Yeah, that'll be a long trip back.
All right, so, let's get back to the video. I know you guys want to see more.
Mustang time. All right, let's see what happens with this thing.
All right, Mustang.
Hopefully there's no crowds on the track, right?
Exactly. You said it, and you're the Mustang guy.
Hey, you got to lead into the jokes, right? It's like Subarus and vapes.
Subarus and vapes and Mustangs and crowds.
I own a Subaru and a Mustang, you know? I'm a vaping crowd killer.
Like everything or nothing.
BMWs and butt plugs.
This one, it was running out of power on the straightaway, but it doesn't.
Or in Brendan's case, shooting radiator fan or cooling fans through your hood.
Or broken windows.
Yeah. Good old coyote sound. That thing's loud.
That thing's filthy. Oh my god, that thing's filthy.
I love that engine.
I would love to hear the cold start on that thing in the morning.
He's on the back half of the track and I can't hear shit.
I don't want to complain about my neighbor, but if my neighbor had that car, I would
seriously. What did they say on the streetability? Oh, that it was pretty quiet inside the car, but outside. Oh, we got it sideways. Damn. Can't remember if this thing had aftermarket suspension or anything.
I don't think they mentioned it.
I think this is a pretty like bolt-on.
They didn't really clean out the car very well back there.
I think middle 30s.
Yeah, it's slagging right now. It's
I think 37.
Oh, you know what? Not terrible.
No?
It's like 4, 5, 6 seconds slower than everybody else.
You must be getting sideways and breaking traction a lot then.
For lap one.
These brakes are
all power,
drag oriented.
Oh, you mean
it's just a straight.
My mom always said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. So
much hate on the Mustang, guys.
I'm quiet, you guys.
Emelia's quiet. Yeah, I mean,
she's a Chevy fan, you know.
She is a Chevy girl.
We all have our problems.
I mean, but you go from like hopping into insane cars like the Vipers and the Porsches, $250,000 hopping into other cars, and then you hop into something that's like achievable bolt-on. Of course, you're going to be slightly underwhelmed.
Yeah.
But hey, it's completing the laps like nothing. And he's getting it sideways. Look at that. Look at that counter steer.
And like we've said before, you know, the transmission on that thing is not good.
No.
So they made transmissions much better.
Yeah, you guys are really going to be able to compare too, because they have a lot of Mustangs coming up in the next episode too. They're going to be comparing the GT500 carbon pack and then also a GT250R. So a lot of Mustangs on the show. It's going to be curious to see their comparison. Was that blow by?
I thought.
Do you want?
Saw some.
Well, it's a supercharger, so you don't get as much blow by with the supercharger as you do with the turbo.
Yeah, you're blowing a little smoke there for sure.
Could be the catch can or something.
Yeah.
I think that's a yes.
Or head gasket.
Who knows?
Oh no.
Could be like Emelia's.
Another car.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
A lot of oil.
Could be like Emelia's
Oh,
Corvette and an
shit.
AN fitting went out. Oh yeah,
That's
it's dumping
not
oil.
good.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
I don't know about you.
Could be an oil
none of us
line.
have enough garage
You
space,
never
right?
know.
It's easier to buy a car than it is to build a garage.
Could be a hole in the
Well,
block, who
That's
knows?
where Shape Solutions comes in.
No, it
They've
came in.
got
It would have been more
some
catastrophic
Yeah.
if it was a hole in the
any
block.
situation because they can put
these
them
are cool.
outside wherever you need.
Yeah, I gotta get one of
and
these.
on top of that, they will
Where would
buy
you put
it
it?
back from you when you're
Well,
done
I'm
with it
gonna
for
buy
up
a
to
house soon.
50%
That's
of its
true.
original value. Lead time.
But yeah,
Behind the
living
studio.
out on the
50%
coast, man, the
sizing.
coastal air
And
just
when you're
destroys
done,
all my
get half your
fucking
money back isn't a bad
bolts.
deal. So check them
Everything's
out.
rusted.
Link below in the description. See if
Yeah,
Shape
don't look at the
Solutions
underside of my
has
truck.
Don't look at the price of these though. Not bad. They buy them back for like 50% if you like ever move or need to get rid of it. They have a buyback program. That's pretty cool.
Porsche Time.
And this thing, is it warmed
The
up?
legend.
Yeah. Ready for you.
Let's hit the line.
He's probably doing the track with the cooled seats on.
Air conditioned seats.
If I had air conditioned seats like I did in my Lincoln, I'd be using them all the time. So
That thing's.
That was awesome. My favorite thing about Porsches is how many of those launches you could do.
Really? The DCTs can handle it.
yeah, and all-wheel drive.
The turbo's all-wheel drive?
The only
I thought it was only
rear-wheel
the
drive.
4S's that were all-wheel.
No, the turbo's all-wheel drive. The only rear-wheel drive upper
Yes,
end
the-
911 is the GT3 RS.
GT3? Okay.
And the GT3 RS. I think.
And
The
the
GT2
GT2
is, I think, all-wheel drive.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
I may be
we're
wrong.
taking lap time.
So, don't quote me on that.
Time attack.
125.
Leave correction in the comments.
That would be the fastest.
Yeah.
Fastest time already? First lap out, it already put down the fastest time.
This is probably the most well-built car for that track, though, too. It's got a
also
lot of
the most
power, straight
expensive.
line. Yeah. I don't know. The ACR in this, probably in the same
That looks
realm.
pretty quick to me.
It's the quickest so far.
Yeah.
At
Nice.
that, most cars are like 109. That was like 106.
That's crazy. I heard that this car was an alternate car. They had someone drop out,
Yeah.
and this guy they called like within 24 hours notice to come.
Oh, he's got.
He was the one who I think's truck broke down, and
Or
Rob had to
something
lend him
happened.
the
Yeah.
truck.
Oh no, he
Yeah.
was. Yeah. Truck broke down. He had to lend him a truck to get there.
Yeah, the car was fine, but his
Yeah,
tow
yeah,
vehicle
yeah.
broke.
Damn. 124.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! It beat it. It beat the ZR1 by 4 seconds. Wow. On a tiny track too, like a minute 20 track, that's quick to beat
Yeah.
something by 4 seconds. If it was on a longer track, like our track, the 2-minute,
fast.
220 track, 4 seconds isn't that much, but on this tiny bit track, that's a lot. He's concentrating so hard.
Okay, I can breathe now. This thing is such a monster. I swear I'm getting
Love
one
that.
tire to spin on this all-wheel drive system.
No stu-tu-tus, but only nice whooshes. Yeah, it'd be so weird hearing the turbo and the whooshes behind your head instead of
Yeah.
in the front.
Curious how that is for.
We need to do a review on a built Porsche. Or a new Corvette. Or a Corvette, yeah, new C.
the new C6, C8 Z06. I think it's
C8.
twin turbo already. Or sorry, C8. I don't know why I'm saying 6.
It's probably just slosh from the meth tank. You're good to go. So you are.
It is
the fastest
issues?
lap thus far.
What?
Yeah, but it's got to be 10 lanes.
Yeah.
Said something about it cutting.
Yeah, but
I'm full throttle right now.
Oh no,
Full
lip
throttle right
mode.
now.
So that thing's methanol injected too? Damn, this thing has like everything.
All right, bring it in.
I guess the
I
only
wanted to
step
make the
above
call,
meth
so
would be
I
like
wanna damage the
nitrous
car.
injection. Man, we're up against some stiff competition. These guys have all the bells and whistles.
They really do.
There's a chance you just hit a torque limit, and it won't reset until you reset the car, but it doesn't matter. Like,
Torque limit. Oh, is that to like save the transmission or something?
Factory torque
Possibly,
limit,
yeah.
It'll only let the car go like 10%.
These
throttle,
computers
so
are too
you're wide
smart,
open.
man.
And then if you shut the car off and turn the car back
That's why
on,
older
it'll
cars,
reset
older
back.
tuner cars are where it's at. You don't have to deal with all this like computer and electrical crap.
Oldest car
I
in the
hate
competition
diagnosing that
is,
stuff, too.
is that IS? Oh no, it's not. I take that back.
Oh,
No, because
yeah.
the oldest car would technically be the Supra.
Oh, the Supra, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in our West Coast, it's probably the Corvette C5 Supra.
So it all looks okay under there to you? To me, it
John
looks
Supra.
good.
Oh yeah, John Supra. Yeah, we have a Supra in our episode.
But if
Insane
the thing just
Supra.
doesn't do a pull right here,
Beautiful.
We have some good behind the scenes footage of that thing just spitting mad flames out the back.
In our behind the scenes video, we'll share some funny stories about John too. He's a character, him and his buddy Michael. And Michael has a beautiful R33.
We did some street racing in between shoots.
Yeah.
In between set locations. In Mexico, of course.
Yes. We made our trip down to Mexico first. Gotta
Palm
keep
Springs is close to Mexico, right? Close enough. Oh no, he's going backwards. What?
Something's broken.
Dude.
it's got to be up top. You know, it's got to be up top where I can't
So
see
far,
it.
every single
what happens when
every
you
single car in part 2 is broken.
That's what happens when you shoot in a heat wave.
Hanger out here. You know, comes in with all-wheel drive, comes
Wow,
in with
4 laps,
super
though.
respectable horsepower.
It made the
numbers
most
on it. I
laps
don't know
that
what
was
those
not the
are. I wanna say
BMW.
it's
It made the
somewhere in
fastest
900
most laps.
horsepower
Yeah.
range.
That counts for something.
Several hundred over stock.
And it was already in the lead,
And
so
it's got all
I
the
guess we'll
racing
see what
pedigree
happens.
of a Porsche. On the track,
That's
you can
sad.
feel that.
But I mean,
pedigree.
it breaking
is a
has
bit
to
heavy because
Oh, yeah,
be
that
pretty
has to.
detrimental
Yeah.
because
Air
the
conditioning,
track,
leather, and all the good
the way
stuff.
they
The
do the
back
points
end
for
on
the
that car
track, it's
certainly
weighted the
rotates
most of
fairly
any other
easily if you
competition.
drive them like the other cars. But the power is unbelievable in that Porsche, and the braking is unbelievable. And it, I think it had a chance to be the overall winner out here. On my side of things, it just had some engine management issues. Where I guess
limp
it
mode.
triggered a maximum torque
Good old
value
ECUs and
estimate that the computer has that triggers a limp mode, and when
It's
it
nice because
restart,
you
didn't
rarely
fix it.
break anything
So
because
I
the
had to
computer's
have
so
a hard
smart.
ECU
especially in a car that's
restart.
like
All
quarter
that
million to
means
half
we only
million
got
It's
about-
frustrating,
so-
but it's also like a savior. You're like, oh, I didn't.
And hooking up.
So you're not always looking at the gauges when you're racing.
Oh, is it IS time? Yes, it is.
But two-step and just let it rip.
1J.
First, it'll look good.
He's similar to you in the fact that he's the only 4-door on the East Coast, I think.
Oh yeah,
And you're the
all
only
of them are
4-door on the
coupes.
West.
Yeah, 4-door, 4-door.
You guys were the only 4-doors in the competition.
I think my car's a little bit more insane than the IS though. Yeah.
Let me do that again. Why did that smoke the clutch so bad?
Oh no!
It's
No,
funny.
like first. I'm gonna just
Tanner
take an
doesn't.
easy line.
He knows how to drive stick shifts, but he's not in them frequently.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. 1 or 2 seconds right there, just on a soft launch.
Yeah. But if it's to not break anything so he can get home to Buffalo, I guess that makes sense.
Do that.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who. Well, it matters who wins, but
I like how they.
we
position-
all had a great experience with this, so it was not.
Yeah, they're super kind to our cars. I mean, like when we told them to push it, they would push it, and you know, if anything occurred when he was driving, he would like, all right, I'm bringing it in, and then we'd be like, all right, go out again or not.
Yeah, we were all winners in this time, especially with COVID world going on and us being able to actually just get out of that thought process and just be able to enjoy ourselves for a little while.
It sucks though. Anytime you'd bring it in, right, you'd have to do 2 more laps because you come back in, then you have to do an out lap and an in lap.
Yeah, but in a 2003 IS. Yeah.
Sounds great.
So you're always torn. You're like, do you keep it out there and just do 1 more lap, or bring it in and then have to do 2 more laps? You have the out lap and then do a.
Uh-oh.
The brakes are
Mind your
fried.
brakes. We can hear it from here.
It's not the brakes, it's my mating call.
The 1J mating call. I like how they're going from 1J to 2J. Doing the IS and then the Supra.
Yeah, because the Supra's the last car technically, right?
Yeah. I like how they put them back to back.
You just add another J.
Seems like it's doing pretty well.
Except for brakes. Ooh.
You can tell he's starting to brake earlier and earlier.
At least that's something he can fix before he drives back to Buffalo.
I like it.
Yeah, brakes. Who needs brakes? Yeah, downshifts.
And walls. They'll stop you. Or as we have in Tahoe, you know, those rock areas that you just go off where all the semis are.
Brakes are just going bad, but you know, I could knock it down speed-wise and they would have just stayed the same. But just going to make your way around the track a little bit slowly, just from brake.
Safety issue.
I'm impressed though. It's doing well.
Yeah. Only issue
Alright,
was is just
last up.
brakes were kind of getting hot.
I mean, this
It's better be
car's
safe than
really
sorry.
fun. You got to keep it between 7 and 9,000 RPM.
Yeah, it's crazy how high RPM you have to keep it.
7 and whatever, 11,000.
Power band on it is
I don't even
insane.
know what the gauge is supposed to be saying. There.
Maxing out.
X.
It's a
Shifted
fun
at
one. It
X.
just doesn't quite have
That's what they said.
the brakes and the seat.
Man, if it weren't for brakes, that would have probably gone the
Motor's
distance.
So it's still in one piece, so everybody's happy.
Well, I mean, it
Guys,
survived.
days at the track are
The
really
IS
fun
300
for
made it to the end of the
everybody
competition.
Until there's a
Mhm.
massive fire, then they suck really bad. That's why we've put these Halgard units.
It's like he's gonna be able to drive it home.
Yeah.
In every single car
And didn't need a fire
in the
extinguisher.
awarded challenge. It's a clean burning fire extinguisher that's good.
It's actually pretty
Again,
lucky the Mustang
and
didn't need
electrical
that.
fire.
Yeah.
When the
If you hit
heads
link
are
in the description,
piping hot,
we'll hook
it's
you up
pretty. I
with
mean,
a
it's still pretty
special
difficult
price,
to.
my
Well, if you saw, do you see Emelia's video when the Corvette lit on fire?
Yeah.
Apparently she used that.
Yeah.
It wasn't quite enough to
Emelia's
get it all
Corvette
out.
lit on fire at the track.
Yeah.
We'll see what kind of
Her fire was in a
I think it was like a
precarious
turbo
spot.
oil leak or something. That's the worst place to have an oil leak.
It was
right
like
on
an
the hot
AN
turbo.
fitting that like rubbed against the bumper and super time.
Oh baby.
Alright, you guys ready?
Let's see how crazy this is compared to our Supra.
Doesn't spit as many flames as John's does, I'll tell you
Not
that.
as many flames.
Yeah.
It's not as low either. John's would squat so hard that the diff housing or the subframe would hit the ground and shoot sparks out the back.
Jesus. On drag radials too. It's absurd.
He's gonna set the brakes on fire in 2/3 of a lap. Mark my
Oh
words.
my god.
He listened to that thing open up is all.
Wow. Jeez.
On the straight, he's just trying to not die.
Whoa! Oh, okay, good. That was a little
Overshot it
precarious.
a little bit there.
This is
Here it comes.
he's overshooting that.
140.
He was redlining it the whole way down because the tires were slipping.
Slow around the track, but man, fun to watch.
Holy crap. Yeah, this thing's sorted.
It's not built for what it's doing, though.
This thing will make the question if you're sorted or not, your driving skills. Can you imagine a normal person driving this car, though? Like, this is a professional driver, and he's...
Driving, you mean crashing?
Like, not just anybody can drive this car. This car wants to kill you.
What a motor.
I think this is the first Supra Tanner's ever driven, too.
Yeah.
It's breaking it loose in like third and fourth. Light speed.
Ludicrous speed. He's seeing plaid.
Wow. Well, just based on the reaction so far in the whole episode, I think the Supra should win.
How are the temperatures?
Drivability, who cares?
Oh my god. Temperatures? What are you talking about? We just invented a whole new sport. This is a whole new lifestyle. Drag slicks, 1,300 horsepower. Just get like 8-10 of them out on a track.
Can you imagine?
Holy shit! My mind is so blown right now.
Redefined.
Burnouts that entire straight.
Oh, I know. I was pedaling, trying not to get in the rev limiter, and the back straight too. Go around the back straight. They're black marks from beginning to end.
Oh shit.
The motor's so beautiful. Like you can just start the. You can start at first. You know how.
You
it's
can
like
see the
Ooh.
smoke. You see the smoke coming out of the tires, and that's the tires. It's not the.
That was brake smoke, though, at the end there.
Yeah.
And well, any gear, honestly, any gear, but
It's basically a drift car.
Big ass balloon tires.
Jesus.
1,300 horsepower.
Holy smokes.
We got something. Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh my God.
Tanner's favorite car for sure. Oh my god.
Just for fun. All right, here's.
Damn.
What do we got? Oh, the Porsche.
188 for the 911
Oh,
turbo.
okay. So
146
obviously the
for RS3.
135.
I think the RS3 did really, really well. I would put the Supra above the 135.
It's too bad the IS is at the bottom, man. Only 53.
The streetability on the Supra is not there.
I'm going to focus on the people that won because that I can remember. Streetability went to the Porsche.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
Obviously.
AC seats.
It had cooled seats.
Yeah.
Nice job for doing as little as possible to make it less friendly. The 60 to 150.
It's not about
that was
doing as much as you can. Sometimes
interestingly
it's about
enough,
riding the
also
line.
the Porsche. And that was a surprise.
Porsche sweeping.
And that was by 1/10 of a second. The time attack laps. The benchmark car, 755 horsepower. If you are faster than a 01, that's pretty damn impressive. The winning time was seconds faster than that. Porsche.
Porsche just swept. Basically.
So
other than reliability.
is buy a Porsche.
Went with the,
If I were to buy another sports car, it'd be a Porsche. I just don't have that kind of money.
That was also the heaviest weighted category, worth almost half the amount of points. The winner of that was the BMW, clearly.
No, the BMW one. Cool.
Well, obviously, because it went all 10 laps.
Yeah. It makes sense, but...
With that being said, the winner overall, even after the points came, by a good margin, was the Porsche.
Yeah.
So...
Solid margin. Understandable.
But for you guys, and also Anthony and the staff who is not here,
if the
Bill did a
ACR
great
didn't
job.
have issues,
Anthony
it
did a great
probably
job.
would have won.
TR did a great job, and let's just give them a round of applause too because they deserve it. So,
Bravo,
you
guys.
enjoy
Man,
your
that's some
drink,
stiff
and-
competition.
On the next episode of
Here we
Sorted.
go.
All right, welcome back
Ooh.
to Sorted. Behind us, we have Palm Springs, California. California, not Florida.
Yes.
We're in California, not Florida.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
We're heading
snap.
west for more adventure and mayhem. Not to be
Hello.
I see.
Did you
Subi.
enjoy the show? Of course you did. You're still watching.
I think you guys are going to like the West Coast a little bit more than the East.
The West Coast is a little...
I had high hopes for the East. The way they're talking about everything, they did say that the West Coast was a little bit crazier, though. So, you guys are in
Click on the link in the
for a
description
treat. It's
and
going to
get
be
yourself
a
the
totally
bonus
different
points because
episode because
all
the
cars
drivability and the car
As
reviews
always,
they did were on the
stay
freeway, which is, good for straight line racing, but they took ours through like the mountains.
Yeah.
So they're really going to be like testing the cornering, the power bands, what it's like for driving, what you would do on a weekend through the hills.
I think that's good though. They did the tests based on where the cars are, where the cars are generally from. I mean, outside of the car from Buffalo coming down there, they were all from pretty much the south, in that area, and kind of the same with us outside of Justin's red Subaru. We were all from pretty much California, Southern California, Northern California. Justin was from Iowa, but
it'll be interesting too.
Yeah.
I mean, we have very different cars, but a lot not a huge variety. So we have 2 Mustangs, and we have 2 Subarus, which I'm so happy they got Subarus finally in the competition, Subi gang. And then
C5.
They have a Corvette, So they're gonna be, there was a Corvette on this one, and then there's a Corvette on the West Coast. So, not a huge variety of cars. We got the Supra, but it's gonna be awesome because you're gonna see, because every car that they have on the show is built completely differently.
Yeah.
Like the 2 Mustangs, one's an OEM Mustang, one's a fully built 1,000+ horsepower Mustang.
Yeah.
And then the 2 Subarus are very different too.
Mm-hmm.
My Subaru is built completely different than the RS STI.
Yeah.
And the RS STI has a little bit more horsepower than me, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
You guys are in store for some crazy stuff that's about to go down, and probably equal amount of carnage.
Who knows?
We'll see who makes it to the end of the competition.
We don't know yet.
So we'll see you next week on episode 5, first episode of the West Coast, introduction of the cars.
Also, just so you guys know, we have a lot of behind-the-scenes footage that we shot personally at the West Coast filming, and I'm currently working on the video for that right now. And we're going to have a lot of fun stuff that probably won't make it into the actual episodes. and we'll do a video of that,
Totally.
have a little bit of talking, and we can tell some funny stories, because we have some really, really funny stories.
Yeah, a lot of
from
funny
the
stuff
weekend.
happened at the hotel,
yeah.
in the parking lot, on the way, in between shoots, like
Exactly,
moving from
yeah.
one shoot to another shoot. Even just at stoplights, because in Palm Springs, it's a retirement community, so
The reactions going
to
down.
Some of the cars were hilarious.
What was the road? The Rodeo of Palm Springs.
El Paseo.
El Paseo, yeah.
Drive is like the rodeo drive of Palm
Yeah,
Springs.
the reactions of the elderly
retirement
folk
community
was really funny.
Let's just say people were probably turning off their hearing aids.
Yeah.
So we'll
Especially with
catch
the
you. We'll catch you on the introduction to the West Coast. We're so excited, and we're gonna be making, I think, some separate episodes of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Because we're limited on what we can show you guys until the episodes air, because we don't want to spoil anything. So we're super excited. This is the most excited we've ever been. This was the craziest episode we've ever seen, and it's only gonna get better, guys. So we'll catch you on another one.
As always, stay sorted. Stay sorted.